Hey, superhumans, I want you to remember it's really important to give yourself time to change. Too many people look at the situation that they're in, whenever they make the decision, right, that's it, I'm going to make a change. And they don't realize it's going to take time. It took time to get into the situation you're not happy about, whether that's putting on too much weight, whether it's becoming more anxious, whether it's becoming more enclosed with yourself and you don't really listen to yourself and you're sort of just unloving towards yourself. That didn't just happen overnight, that happened over time. So if you want to make massive change in your life, like especially when it comes to weight loss, allow yourself the time. And what's great about weight loss is you can just do the math. If you decided you wanted to do a pound a week, you could do the math on your calories, do a pound a week, and know that I will lose 14 pound in 14 weeks. That's a stone. So then you're never wondering or curious. You just know this is how long it takes, and that's a safe way to do it. You can make different changes. Like, I know I've worked with anxiety for years, and like I use the example of a car crash. People in a car crash and they can instantaneously just become afraid of driving or afraid of being in cars, and you can clear that as well, just as quick. But you can clear that little thing, but how they've been living their life with that doesn't just change overnight. They have to reaffirm that they don't need to take the bus everywhere anymore. They don't need to walk everywhere. They can change their life. So whenever you make a change in your life or the decision to make a change, remind yourself that it's going to take time. Like, sit down and plan it out. Where do I want to be in a week? Where do I want to be in 5 weeks? Where do I want to be in 6 months? Whatever it is, where do I want to be in 90 days? If you do that, then you can keep yourself on track a lot better, because you know whether or not you're doing what needs to be done, whether you've slipped, whether you're ahead of schedule. But like with weight loss, sometimes you'll lose weight faster at the start. So you might be like 14 pound in 14 weeks. And then the first week you lose 3 and you're like, fuck, I'm going to smash this. And then 1 week you gain a pound, 1 week you don't lose 2 pound, 1 week something else happens, and it fluctuates up and down. But as long as you keep on track, then the water weight, the way the scale is, whether you need to poop, whether you need to pee, whether it's a different time of day or whatever, that will still all come together at the end, because you've made a structured plan, and you've actually, you know where you're going and how you're going to get there, instead of just, fuck, I'd love to change, and then 3 days from there going, what the fuck, like everything's just the same, this doesn't feel like it's working. Give yourself that time. Some things you'll be able to just switch, like the way you look at yourself, you can switch that in an instant if you decide to. The anxieties that you have, some of them can be cleared in an instant. There's so many things that you can do in an instant. The example with anxieties, just to make this very clear, if you had social anxiety and you came to someone who does hypnotherapy or cognitive behavior therapy or something that can clear the social anxiety, you can clear the social anxiety in one session. I'm not saying everybody will, but I'm saying it's possible. But that doesn't mean you're going to be a social person. If you've been practicing your whole life avoiding social interactions and dealing with people, you'll still have some sort of anxiety when you go into the social environment, but it'll be slightly different. It's not the anxiety that you feel about being in the environment, it's your lack of knowledge of how to actually be a social person. Like, if you're not a social person, then when you get rid of the social anxiety, so you've no fear anymore, but when you go in, you're still not going to know what to do, how to act, how to be confident in that environment. It takes time and practice. So you can make a lot of change in your life immediately, but give yourself the time for that to really lock in with you and really start to become part of your life, where you just implement it all the time then. So this is just a quick one. Just give yourself the time for the change that you want to achieve. Let me know in the comments what you plan to do with your life. What are you going to change to make your life better? How you would like to see yourself 90 days from now. Thanks again for tuning in. Have an amazing day, whatever you get up to, and I'll speak to you again soon.